All right, this is the demonstration for how to draw these crocodilian scales, though it would work the same for pretty much anything else. Um, the first thing I'm going to start by doing is very loosely drawing in the ovals of these big scales. Now, the thing to note here that's important is that I'm not just kind of generalizing them. I'm making sure to kind of look at the individual scales. Like this one here is a little bit larger. As you can see, I'm going to run out of room. That's okay because we're just doing a texture study, so if you don't get everything in, that's fine. Now I've got these small groupings of scales. I'm just going to speed this up for a second. Okay, so now that I've got all the major scales kind of grouped in here, I'm going to block in some major values in a very similar way to what I did with the fur. So I'm going to fill this in like this, and then after I fill it in, I'm going to take my stump and blend it out to get an overall value. Once again, I'm going to speed this up. All right, so now that I've got this area kind of basically filled in, I'm going to come in and start getting more specific with a little bit darker pencil. So I've got a 2B pencil here. And I'm going to start by kind of thinking about this scale here. Now looking at this scale here, it's got some ribbing around the edge of it. And that's what kind of makes it look rough. So I'm going to start by darkening in the edge of this scale here. And I'm just going to make little lines around the edges, and I'm not going to really blend these out because I really want to have that rough feel to it. You want to get these as specific as you can. You know, don't make yourself go cross-eyed doing it, but make sure you're looking at the individual scales and kind of the texture and where the textural marks live. So like Bob Ross. This one here. This kind of dark edge. Let's get this darkness in the middle. You know, a good way to not lose track of what you're doing is to simply count. Now I've got 4 scales here and then one that kind of goes off the page. All right, I'm going to speed this next bit up because you pretty much have got the technique at this point. Uh, right, and there we have it, scale texture.